Count Burgles controls the stronghold in the center of the plain, but the enemy has him completely cut off from aid. Our goal is to break the siege so he and his troops can evacuate safely.
So much for securing a surrender before reinforcements arrive. Well, you all know what to do. Engage the enemy.
There's no time for the delicate approach. Let's tear into him from all sides!
There can be no victory this day if we do not rescue both Burgles and his troops.
I stand with my friends and will not permit you to pass.
Aren't negotiations with Margrave Edmund still ongoing? Perhaps we can win Marianne over to our side.
I'm itching to show what my muscles can do. Now, who wants to be first?
Wait, that's Raphael. Don't kill him, please! Let me talk to him first.
Ugh, this is rough. My body's crying out for a break.
You don't have to do this, Raphael. Think about Maya. She needs you, remember?
Hey, no fair. But, all right, Ignatz. I'm in, but only 'cause it's you.
Talks with Margrave Edmund will go much better if you surrender here. Will you not consider it?
You're right. My adoptive father would want me to lay down my arms, not my life.
We have broken through! Continue pushing!
We must secure an exit for our allies. Taking down those strongholds will drive a wedge into their siege.
Look, I really need to hold this line, so why don't you just leave and we'll call it a day?
There are 2 strongholds. We must deploy our forces with cleverness to be taking both.
I knew this was coming, but it still hurts to fight my old friends.
You serve House Gloucester. What did you expect? I can't mess this up. Not when everyone's counting on me.
Get out of there, Hilda! We can't lose you!
Yeah, all right. Sorry.
Our allies are nearly within reach. Clear out the enemy soldiers in those strongholds.
All right, here they come. But I came here to fight, and I won't back down.
House Cordelia has already offered us their allegiance, which means Lysithea is here of her own accord.
All right, you asked for it. Target their strongholds and crush their reinforcements! They've got catapults! We have to stop them!
Ah, but it does my heart good to see you. Pray, take care of my troops.
I heard about what was done to you, Lysithea. And as one who understands that intimately, I ask you to join my cause.
You too? Yes, all right. I'll hear you out.
The siege is broken, men. Your courage and perseverance have been rewarded.
Now then, if they'll just be kind enough to let us escape this way... Well, that was a delight. Maybe we can stop and rest for a few here?
The siege is coming apart at the seams. Deploy the reinforcements! Fill those gaps!
They're trying to shore up areas where we've thinned their ranks. Don't let that happen!
The way is open. Move as one and defend the Count and his soldiers as we go.
You think I'm just gonna let you slink out of here? Ha! I'm already 2 steps ahead.
Looks like we're up.
They've cut off our escape and... Oh no, look who's with them.
We won't put a dent in Gerald's company with the numbers he has. I vote we rush Claude's main position instead.
It would indeed catch him by surprise. But do we flank from the left or right?
Either way, let's choose a path and clear out anyone foolish enough to stand before us.
It surprises me to see you among the ranks of my rescuers.
Do not be having the wrong idea. I am helping the Empire, not you.
Very well. We attack from that direction.
Her Majesty blazes the trail! Charge!
This retreat is looking more and more like a full-on assault. Stay with him, everyone!
Hold on. Are they coming for us?
Good. They're wide open. Push through! We must reach Count Burgles!
Sorry to cut your escape short, friends.
They're trying to escape to the north! After them! Well met, my son. For the first time in my life, I thought my end had come for me.
Yeah, I've never seen you in such bad shape. You look half dead.
I'm humbled you came for me personally, Your Majesty.
You can thank me once we're clear of this place. Now ready your troops for retreat.
To think you would die when freedom was so near at hand. I will avenge you.
We're nearly clear of the battlefield. Just one more push and... Oh no!
It won't do to have you slip our grasp now.
The Ashen Demon. Clever of Claude to keep this little surprise for the moment it would matter most.
I'll handle the mercenary. The rest of you press on. Don't stop, no matter what. You'll never get a better crack at the Alliance's leadership, Your Majesty. Hit them with all you have. Leave nothing on the battlefield.
Count Burgleys is keeping the Ashen Demon busy, which means now is our chance to strike at Claude.
I can stand this no longer. I'm falling back.
Well, this was fun. I barely even got to stall for time.
Please let us take this place down. I need somewhere to hide.
Now, charge and attack!
Never too late to do the right thing, Ignatz. Come back to us.
Stop trying to sway me, Claude. It's not going to work.
The battle's lost if they've made it this far, but maybe I can still take out an officer or two. So you're the one who's messing up all of my clever plans.
Hey, I just work here. But you're gonna make a nice trophy for the Emperor.
My work here is unfinished.
I can't hold this monster back forever. Forget the demon and take out the commander.
Better think fast. That's all I can take. Let's see if our new mercenary friend is worth all that gold.
I must be getting old. Enough! I'm falling back.
Which just leaves the Ashen Demon. We're close to the finish now, so let's take whatever time we need and do this right.
That clash with Count Burgleys has left the demon weary. This could be our best chance to crush that pest for good.
This didn't go how I expected, but I can still do some damage. The Empire has grown strong.
I'm sorry, Claude. They were too much for us.
It's all right, Hilda. Well, it's not, but I knew this was a possible outcome. I was hoping the terrain might let us hold, but against that many soldiers deployed that skillfully, it just wasn't enough.
You sound sad. It's a little weird.
Can you blame me? Look at how many people have died because I decided to fight this war. Maybe I should have just let the Empire have their way.
My father and the others never would have accepted that. You had to throw everything you had at the enemy at least once, or they'd think you were a coward forever.
Wow, Hilda. I didn't think you'd picked up on all of that. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Too bad everything I had still wasn't enough.
Well, the next step is to put our heads together and figure out what to do next.
I hope you don't mind if I lean on you and that brother of yours for support. Lester's Round Table is overdue for some big changes.
Again, Your Majesty. You've got my deepest thanks for rescuing us. And since my lack of foresight's to blame, let me apologize again for what happened.
I will not hear of it, Count Burgleys. Had any but you been in command, I would be collecting corpses right now instead of thanks. I failed to see what Duke Regan and Count Gloucester were plotting. The blame is mine alone, so I will hear no more self-reproach from you. Go now and rest those weary bones.
I'm grateful for the kindness, Your Majesty. Honestly, this experience shook me more than you might realize. I never would have made it through without the brave men and women who serve me. They're the ones who deserve your praise.
Understood. I will see they are duly rewarded. Hubert, summon Monica and have that put in writing as an official decree. And now, I want to know how we are faring with our efforts in the kingdom.
And here I'd thought we won.
As did I.
Who knew the Ashen Demon had that kind of strength? Not that I'm making excuses. You gave me power of my own, and it still wasn't close to enough.
That's not true.
Of course it is. What am I even up against here? It's like I looked away for 1 second, and suddenly I was facing someone else entirely.
That would explain what was troubling me before. That is the unique danger I sensed. Still, you can win this fight. I know you can. And I'll do whatever I can to make it so. We'll claim victory over that monster together.
You know what? You're right. I'll be strong enough one day if I just keep at it. Still, one day could be years from now at this rate. We should probably think of a backup plan. And hey, the Ashen Demon's a mercenary, right? Might be best for the Empire to toss some coin their way and put the rivalry behind us.
You want to hire that thing? Seriously? Fighting side by side with the Ashen Demon? Are you mad?
You make it sound like the worst idea in the world. We have a war to win here, remember? Gotta keep an open mind.
I understand now. You've witnessed your adversary's true strength and convinced yourself you cannot win.
What? No. I just know a valuable resource when I see one. And we're far better off with them than we are against them.
If that's really how you feel, then so be it. But trust me, you don't need to worry. You'll get stronger soon, I promise. So maybe don't go relinquishing your prey just yet. After all, I desire nothing more than to see you achieve your goals.
A glove does not defy the hand, and yet you've done just that. So this is my name, yet I am also called the Beginning. I am progenitor and mother to all who call Fodlan home.
Where am I?
I am not here to answer all you ask. Yet I will grant the one. You stand before my throne. If you so wish, then take a seat. But know then that your flesh is mine to wield. You lack the power to resist.
My flesh? What are you saying?
You should not have interfered. I could have cut that wretch down with a stroke. Oh, that one vexes me so. When next we meet, I must step in and deal with them myself. It is quite clear that you cannot my power safely wield. Do I speak plain?
Not in the slightest. I have so many questions.
Hey, lazy bones. Get up already. You sure you're all right? You don't seem like yourself.
I'm fine. Just a strange dream.
Like the ones you used to have.
Yes, but this time we talked.
Huh?
You fool! That was no dream!
Ugh,
What's wrong?
nothing. Wait, didn't you...
Do you lack wits? My voice is not for him. Whenever I speak, it is for you alone.
On second thought, I think there is something wrong. I mean, my hair's still a different color, right?
Yes, and your eyes, too. How that happened is beyond me. Anyway, we lost the battle, so probably best to wave this place goodbye and find somewhere to rest up.
Is that a fact?
Actually, I think I'd feel more comfortable staying here on the battlefield a while longer. I just need to swing my sword around, get my head on straight. Don't worry, I'll be fine.
If you say so, but if it gets any worse, tell me.
Hubert, if you would.
Of course, Your Majesty. Let me apprise you all as to what is going on. As you know, our talons have been sunk in our little alliance problem for some time now. But now we must deal with the kingdom, which has sent an army to claim the heads of Count Rowe and any others who came over to our side. However, Rowe is seated at Aryan Road, the fortress city. A citadel as hard to crack as Fort Mercius.
Ah, Aryan Road. The Silver Maiden.
Seems sorta weird to call a big hulking place like that a maiden.
That's because she's as hard to get near as the purest of maidens. If you're still confused, that's your own problem.
Yeah, I still don't get it.
Our reports indicate that despite the strength of the kingdom's army, they are still struggling to take the fortress city. But, given enough time, they will. Unless we send reinforcements. Therefore, we must direct our attention to the kingdom once more.
Will this constant bouncing between the kingdom and alliance not take its toll on our soldiers?
Who said we were taking our entire force? We will depart for Garrigmock with elite troops, then collect fresh units before proceeding west. Simultaneously, I plan to have Duke Garrett summon the Western Lord soldiers and march toward the fortress city. We will join up at that point and strike at the kingdom's main force together. What say you to that?
I would say it is the ideal strategy, at least on paper.
Okay, let's keep our optimism in check here. I mean, speaking from personal experience, nothing ever turns out the way you want it to.
Should we be having concern? If the plan is good, we will find success.
And the Alliance? They may attempt another one of their schemes while we're distracted.
They will not. Her Majesty is taking a measured approach to resolving matters with Leicester. Count Burghley's is worn as thin as they are. We will have him set up camp at the Great Bridge, and continue negotiations from there. To our advantage, Gloucester's new Count Lawrence has decided to join the Empire. Additionally, the daughters of Houses Ordelia and Edmund have been given leave to fight by our side. Besides, from what I hear, the Round Table is too busy chewing itself apart to start any more trouble.
That leaves only the Knights of Saros to contend with. The Minister of Religious Affairs will handle them.
My father? But he's not capable of facing the knights.
I let the Ashen Demon outmaneuver me in the last battle. That won't happen again.
Scarlet Blaze. The Maiden's Peril. When he learns of the Empire's struggle, Dmitri decides the time is right to strike. He moves swiftly to drive the Empire out, toppling one unfaithful Western lord after another. Finally, he descends on Aryan Road, seat of Count Rowe, the first lord to betray him. Thus does Edelgard's army begin another grueling march to rescue a different count.
We've been here before, but we were in such a rush to rescue Lenato that we never got more than a glimpse of Aryan Road. Can't really appreciate the scale that quick. And now we're back to bail it out.
If only Claude hadn't hatched his futile scheme. We could have avoided all these needless battles and saved countless lives.
Yet, in a more positive light, he handed us the perfect opportunity to show that not even the Alliance and Kingdom together can match the Empire's strength. Once we crush the army of Fargus, our superiority will be clear for all to see.
And will that actually result in fewer casualties going forward? Because that is what would put Her Majesty's heart at ease.
I will make no guarantees for matters beyond our control. So long as fanatics are willing to die for the Central Church, casualties are inevitable.
We broke the Alliance's siege, and we can break the Kingdom's too.
We're lucky it's a stronghold like Aryan Road that's under siege. It shouldn't be half the nail-biter we had to deal with last time.
Yes, but last time Count Burgleys was in command. For all we know, Count Rowe will break like a twig and surrender the moment he hears the first soldier crest the hill.
As I see it, we have two options. We can take a direct path for Aryan Road, or we can wait until we scatter the Kingdom troops that are fanned out in the north. It is a most vexing decision.
As a professional at staying holed up, I think we should secure the perimeter first and get rid of as much danger as we possibly can.
Time is important. We should be striking fast and hard.
We're gonna have to deal with the north after we free Aryan Road anyway. So it makes sense to clear them out now and get it over with.
Let's keep both options open and see how the situation unfolds. General Randolph.
Yes, Your Majesty.
I commend you for holding Aryan Road with what few soldiers you had.
Thank you, Your Majesty. But I am unworthy of such praise when I failed to prevent the siege. Coordination with Count Rowe proved difficult. It was all I could do merely to keep the enemy in check.
That alone is commendable. A more foolish man would have rushed to glory and gotten himself and his underlings killed in the process.
I have a key role for you in the coming rescue, General. I know you are up to the task.
Of course, Your Majesty.
My brother and I will give our all.
Very good. But do not let your eagerness for victory come at the cost of lives. We have many more battles ahead and must conduct ourselves accordingly.
Hey there, Edelgard.
Leafing through documents, are we? This is new.
Yeah, completely out of character, I know. But one of these reports has been stuck in my mind. Back when Count Rowe declared fealty to the Empire, other lords committed to doing the same, right? But the moment we left and the Kingdom army marched south, they fell right back in line. It's like they never betrayed Fargus in the first place.
Good memory. That's exactly what happened. Houses Elidor and Duval both made overtures to join the Empire.
So why is the Kingdom welcoming them back without so much as a wrist slap? Is this another House Gloucester thing where the politics demand it? Seems like their importance as noble families outstrips the fact they're all two-faced liars.
Politics are doubtless involved, but the heads of houses can change, as they did with Gloucester. We're not bound to place importance on any one individual, only the bloodline.
So the Kingdom's aristocracy gets the same free pass as the Alliance's?
Yes, and the Empire's as well, even though I do my best to treat everyone equally. I cannot afford to slight a minister's house, for example. They broke fealty to the former Prime Minister when they swore it to me. Would you call that treachery? What makes it different from the actions of Count Gloucester?
You can't blame someone for switching sides when they're outnumbered. Do you think they're just gonna lay down and die?
That's part of it. I think what matters is why they had the change of heart. Was it for land? For status? To exact revenge or seize glory? Because I view a betrayal for any of those reasons to be utterly worthless.
Yeah, money and vengeance are pretty shallow motives. Oh, that's why I'm here.
I'm not talking about mercenaries. I'm talking about lords. Each of their decisions has the ability to upend the lives of thousands, if not more. Only a person with the character to realize that is truly fit to lead.
I've worked for plenty of nobles in my time. Until now, I couldn't have cared less what it means to actually be one. But then you gave me responsibility over all of these soldiers, and well, I guess I'm starting to see the world in a different way. And the people who live in it, too.
I see.
I admit, your grand designs sail clear over my head sometimes. Most of the time, actually. But that's why I stand by you. I feel like one of these days, something important's gonna rub off on me.
And I feel the same. You've opened my eyes to all manner of things I might never have seen otherwise. You are a commoner without the fetters of a family name, wielding your sword directly for me. That's more valuable than you may realize.
Can you believe this, Gwendol? We've waited what feels like decades, and still no Imperial army. What is the Emperor thinking? She promised to protect us.
Calm yourself, my lord. They will come. We've received reports of a large army forming to the south of Aryan Road. They will scatter this siege to the wind. I have no doubt of that.
They had better. It's her promises that swayed me into betraying the kingdom in the first place. I didn't do this just so my lands could be leveled by the King of Fargus's fiery wrath.
The Silver Maiden will keep us safe. She yields to no invader.
Viscount Elidor and Count Duval have both sent messages, imploring me to surrender for the sake of my people. Yes, perhaps it's not too late. I can lure the Imperial army in and kill them, then beg the king for mercy.
My lord!
Lonato, you fool. Your rashness is to blame for all of this.
This is no time to go soft, my lord. Turning our coats a second time would be abominable. One betrayal can be explained away with the right sort of excuse. But a second? A second paints the lot of us as feckless curs.
Ugh. Then what would you have me do? Gwendol, you tell me.
Command it, my lord, and I will gladly go to my grave. You, however, must not. Yet unless you have fought life and limb for your people, you cannot surrender with honor intact. Anything less would earn you the people's scorn, just as it did your ancestors.
Ha! Ha ha ha! Yes, of course. It certainly would not do to forget that Roe blood is stained with treachery. Well, so be it. A weather vane must go with the wind, and a born traitor must finish the sedition he started.
Wise words, my lord. Your people will thank you for this course of action.
This isn't good. It seems the fortress gates have been partially breached. The kingdom's soldiers are pouring into Aryan Road.
Does that make us right on time or a bit too late? Dimitri is no ordinary king if he managed to pry a citadel like this apart. I assume our soldiers stand ready?
We go on your command.
If we dally too long, some of our officers and troops are likely to surrender to the enemy. That includes Count Roe, who has a most notorious sense of self-preservation.
Yeah, him and every other noble.
Come now, that is simply not true. Why, take me, for example. I am the perfect embodiment of what every noble should aspire to be.
You can tell us all about it later, Ferdinand. Everyone, move out.
Courage, everyone. Aryan Road is nearly ours. Keep pressing until we claim the main hall.
The king's army is true to its reputation. Even I can only stall for so much time.
They're closing in on the main hall. We must help them, and quickly. We must reach the main hall before Count Roe is put in peril.
Count Ro values his life above all else. If they get a blade to his throat, the man will betray us in a heartbeat. The main gates are closed. We could circle around from the left or right, but...
But the ground along those routes is filled with traps. We'll have to do this the smart way and use the gates.
The devices on the walls to the east and west will allow us to open the main gate.
Spikes just came out of the ground! Everyone, stay away from the pointy bits!
We'll never get anywhere with that device until we deal with the soldiers around it. The enemy controls the central gates as well. How aggravating. This is clearly going to be a multi-step process. First, we must use devices within the fortress to gain access to the walls, where we will find the devices that will open the central gates.
So you're saying we should start by using the 2 devices in front of the central gates?
Ah! Why does this have to be so complicated?
Maybe they call her the Silver Maiden because our hair will be gray by the time we finish this.
You call that fighting? The Great Lion has only begun to roar!
I'll take levers and switches over more soldiers any day of the week.
This place is a serious pain. Why can't the route to the main hall just be a straight line?
I thought it might be you, Emile. This is admittedly not the reunion I was hoping for.
Don't make me kill you, Mercedes. So this is where I die. Very well. I stand ready for what comes.
Time slips away from us. Move faster!
Please, Mercedes. No more.
I never could bear to see you cry. Not then and not now. Oh, very well.
The main gates are open. What now?
I'll hold the area around the gates, Your Majesty. You keep going.
We can do this, Randolph. None will get past us.
There. Now we can reach the other devices that will open the central gates.
We must move on those gates. Time is our enemy.
The devices we're looking for are up on the walls to the east and west.
My last battle was a fine one. I thank you for the opportunity, Your Majesty.
It is not too late to swear fealty. I've no desire to take unnecessary lives.
Gwendol, I have decided we fight for the king after all. Help His Majesty drive those Imperial dogs back from whence they came.
Why, my lord? How could you change sides again after all my cautioning?
So it's come to this, eh? So be it. Take our remaining soldiers and cut the Imperial dogs down where they stand.
I am your knight to my dying breath, my lord.
I see you've dug your grave. Now you can lie in it.
In the name of the king, the Empire must be destroyed! All troops, advance!
Reinforcements have arrived.
Then we'll stop them. They can't be allowed to interfere with the rescue.
I'm counting on you, Randolph. Defend those gates with your life.
It seems we may be able to disarm the traps within the fortress.
I saw another device like this on the other side of the wall. Let's disable it.
We'd be out of our minds to walk through a bunch of traps. Let's disable them already.
One is down, one is to go.
Finally. Now to breach the central gates.
You will go no further.
If Dedu is here, that means Dimitri is too.
Now we can advance safely.
Take your best shot. You won't get past me. Forgive me, Your Majesty.
That takes care of their gatekeeper. We're nearly to the main hall now.
Come at me, you Adrestian whelps! Draw what blood you can from the lion!
There's no more frightening a foe than a lion unafraid of death.
Well fought, whelps.
Gwendol, no! What would you have me do? Ah! No! I'm not ready to die! Someone help! It wasn't supposed to be like this. No.
To think you once had a place at our table. Such a shame. We finally have the advantage. Let's work on securing the rest of the fortress.
If the Count has been struck down, I'll simply crush the enemy by my own hand. Let us make this a clean fight.
Are you here to help? Thank you.
Come to offer me your head, Edelgard? How careless of you.
I could say the same of you. Surely the responsibility you bear is no less than mine.
Aryan Road has nearly been brought to heel.
Aryan Road is the linchpin of the West. If we don't retake it... No. We must retake it. We are at a breaking point. All forces, fall back!
Move, Your Majesty. I will guard your escape.
That will not be necessary to do. Stay with our king and live on.
Swear that you will return to us, Ingrid. I could not bear to lose you.
Bring victory to Fargus, Your Majesty. So long as I stand, you will not threaten the future of Fargus, nor cause any of my friends and allies harm. I have been weak. I have been unready. But I can still atone by giving the two of them a chance to escape.
Please, young mistress, surrender! Your life hangs by a thread.
I know what's at stake. If I am struck down, deliver this magic lance to His Majesty. Is the king safe? Good. Then I've done what I set out to do.
She laid down her life to protect Dimitri and proved loyal to the very end.
Yet sadly, despite our best efforts, Count Rowe and too many others perished. This is most painful indeed.
We must hurry, Your Majesty. The others have already withdrawn.
I know. Forgive me, Ingrid. It saddens me beyond measure to leave you here.
The blame is mine, Your Majesty. I should have taken guard of the rear.
Then I would only be mourning your death instead. The decision was mine, as is the failure. Every death this day rests on my shoulders.
Your Majesty, please.
She deserved so much happiness. Even after losing her betrothed, she faced life with strength and vigor, only to face the agony of death once more. It should have been me who died. How can I ever atone to Count Galatea, to Glenn?
Please, don't torment yourself. Ingrid chose to be there, and she did so for you. Do not take that from her.
In the name of this magic lance, I swear I will defend Fargus. So rest now. I will return for you when you are avenged.
By your valiant efforts, Aryan Road has held strong. I thank you one and all.
I hardly broke a sweat. Those kingdom soldiers were nothing.
Wait, if they were nothing, then why was I having so much trouble?
I thought I was surely off to my death when Count Rowe turned on us.
A fine job of pulling through. Truly, that dumb luck of yours is awe-inspiring.
I can't believe we had to kill Ingrid.
She was a most formidable commander, Dorothea. We had no choice if we hoped to claim victory.
I know that. You think I don't know that?
Right now, we need to discuss our next move. I'm sending the main body of our army back to Enbar. They'll remain in the capital until they recuperate from this latest string of battles, and until we've had time to retool our strategy.
We hold Aryan Road and the Western Church in the west, the Great Bridge of Myrddin to the east, and Garreg Mach between them. We'll treat all three as key positions and endeavor to hold our lines there. After we regroup, we'll determine a proper time to resume our advance.
It vexes me to say this, but I have been short-sighted. We are nowhere near achieving our goals in the Alliance or the Kingdom. My command has been riddled with errors, and for that, I apologize.
Oh? And where exactly is all of this coming from? You usually exude confidence. From where I stand, we have come a great distance with minimal casualties. If time has been lost, we should be easily able to make up for it.
I'm personally happy I had the chance to see Her Majesty's vulnerable side, even if just this once.
Reassuring her with predictable responses, are we? Well, sorry. For once, I'm not sleepy at all.
Nice try. That response still registers way up there on the Lin scale.
I will be using the extra time to make improvements, so I can offer more usefulness in future battles.
I'm lucky to be surrounded by such consistent friends.
You can say that again.
Yes, they are consistently something at any rate.
Apologies, Hubert. You may be weird, but I am the good kind of consistent.
So we're finally going back to the capital. Feels like it's been ages. Couldn't come at a better time either. My bones could use the rest after all the battles we've been through.
I wholeheartedly agree. The respite will help us prepare to face the Ashen Demon.
Yeah. about that. I've been giving it some thought, and I don't think we need to obsess over that anymore.
But what about Captain Burling and your old allies? The ones who were brutally slaughtered, remember? You said avenging them was your dream. And think about how much hardship the Ashen Demon has put you through since you joined the Empire.
Don't get me wrong, I'd still love to prove I'm the better fighter. But imagine if we got someone like that on our side. We'd be unstoppable. It's time for me to put my wants aside and put an end to this war. For my friends. Unless you think that's a mistake. The Ashen Demon's mercenaries have fought for both the Kingdom and the Alliance. They don't have a cause, and they don't care who comes out on top in the end. It's all about who can toss them the most coin. And now that the dust has settled a bit, we've got a chance to lure them over ourselves.
And here I thought you were intelligent. Think about it. Their allegiances have changed, yes, but no matter their client, they've always been fighting the Empire. Why would they join us now? For that matter, what makes you think our soldiers would want to fight alongside a person who's murdered hundreds of their comrades?
As if nobody's ever flipped sides before. Come on.
Yes, but unlike the Ashen Demon, they're not single-handedly responsible for so much killing.
Hey, Arvel.
Yes?
Why is it so important to you that the demon dies?
Because I care about you, of course. I mean, I think that's the reason.
Arvel, out with it.
I suppose it just feels like our destiny. Like it's something we're meant to do.
Scarlet Blaze. Unrest in Enbar. Despite successfully defending Aryan Road, Edelgard concludes it is no longer possible for her to hold the eastern and western lines at the same time, and pauses to explore solutions. Almost as if trading places, she sends Count Burgleys to the Kingdom front and returns her own forces to the imperial capital of Enbar.
Okay, I get that this little chat needs to be a secret, but if we get any deeper into the woods, someone's gonna be looking for our corpses.
One can never be too safe. We do not know where our enemy lurks these days.
Lysithia's here too? What's she got to do with this?
Lysithia has had contact in the past with those who slither in the dark. I asked her to come along so she might be privy to all of the information.
I'm just listening. Pretend I'm not even here. And besides, they're my enemy too.
Right.
Now, as you know, our enemy has gone into hiding. But considering what they are capable of, we cannot relax our guard, particularly at the capital. The streets of Enbar practically teemed with them at one time, so we cannot rule out the possibility they will attempt some mischief when Her Majesty and the rest of us return.
That's true. They're devious, both everywhere and nowhere at once. We have to be careful.
And what's that got to do with me again? You want me to stop them somehow?
I have a request, yes, and a warning. I believe that if those who slither in the dark do try something, they will attempt to approach you.
Me?
Yes, you.
Your powers may come from the same place as theirs, right?
It stands to reason they might try to recruit you.
Sure, but they'd be wasting their time. There's no way I'm gonna help those monsters.
And what if they appear as your long-lost brother? Same hair, same eyes, a voice full of kindness.
Or, what if one of them calls out, "I finally found you, my child"?
Maybe they are your family. Maybe they are not. Could you really drive a sword through their heart with that knowledge yet uncertain? Forgive me. That was cruel. I am merely voicing one possibility among many. Still, now you will know to expect it. It behooves you to remember how harsh reality can actually be.
I'm glad we have returned to Enbar. It's far warmer than the kingdom, for one. How are you doing, Your Majesty? I hope you've been getting some rest, at least. It seems you never stop working unless someone physically pulls you away from it.
I've been getting more rest than Hubert, at least. We're here in the gardens, chatting, are we not?
Fair enough. And so I'm clear, even a sliver of your time is a blessing beyond all measure. Though I suggest you find a better point of comparison than Hubert for how hard you work.
This is the part where you nobles all crowd around a table slurping on tea, right? Seems like a good enough way to unwind a bit.
Tea? I wouldn't mind were it just myself and Her Majesty, but... What's happening in the throne room?
Hubert, what's wrong?
Intruders in the palace, Your Majesty. They entered through one of the secret passages, and are even now attempting to hunt you down. I sent soldiers to intercept them, but we should be prepared for anything.
Do you think it's those who slither in the dark?
I know not, but they could not have breached that passage without assistance from the inside. Though there are only a few who know of that passage, and would be capable of acting as a guide. Your Majesty, might you kindly step this way?
Hubert, do you really think she would do that?
That was Shamir, which means the attackers.
They must be the Knights of Saros' assassins. We must protect Her Majesty with everything we have.
Stop the enemy incursion! Seal off those entry points before reinforcements arrive!
Lady Edelgard, I must ask that you remain in the throne room where it will be easier to defend you and predict enemy movements. And as your protection will require my full attention, I will remain here at your side.
Peace, good intruder. I assure you, I'm no fighter.
Says the wolf in sheep's clothes. But sure, whatever. Where's the Emperor?
It was careless to be allowing assassins inside. We must exterminate them with much haste.
Good. Just a little more and we'll retake this section of the palace.
We were holed up nice and safe until they came barging in.
You're not my target, which means you're wasting my time. I can't waste another minute.
Slippery creature. Let's stay on guard.
Over here! More intruders!
The palace still teems with enemies. Crush them all!
Is there even one room I can be alone?
The enemy is trying to seize the fire orbs.
If they succeed, they'll be able to target Her Majesty. We can't let that happen.
Ah, Linhardt. It seems you're actually willing to work when the Emperor's life is on the line.
Could you imagine the headaches if she died? Not that you don't already work every second of the day.
I'll claim the Emperor's head myself!
That enemy poses a nasty threat. Dispatch her at once.
Not good. We're sitting ducks now.
If you've come for me, I'll make you regret it.
I will capture this stronghold.
These aren't assassins. They're an army.
Everyone to me! I will warp you to the Emperor's hiding place!
Well, that can't be good. He's going to use magic to send in attackers.
That takes care of the rabble, which leaves us with the true problem at hand. You will not escape our clutches this time.
They're really keeping the heat on. All right, time for another approach.
Enough of this. It seems clear the enemy won't come out of hiding until I do.
That may be true, Your Majesty, but is it wise to place yourself in such peril?
That was too close. We'd best stay on our guard, Your Majesty.
I'm glad we took care of those reinforcements. The last thing I want is more work.
Caught one. Do it.
It's a trap.
That should do for now.
The skies were meant to be secure. Now I am doubly certain we have a traitor in our midst.
It's brave of you to try and lure us out, but such courage will cost you your life.
Thunder, Catherine. It seems Rhea is not playing around.
They've broken through. You must hurry to Her Majesty's side.
My lord, we stand ready to warp the Emperor back to the throne room upon your command.
Do it.
As you wish. Use the magic. A wise man is ever ready.
Nicely timed. Thank you, Minister Hevering.
You're taking a beating, Catherine. But don't worry, I've got your back.
It is strange, Shamir. I heard you quit the Knights of Saros, yet here you are.
Well, someone's done their research. But yeah, I'm just another mercenary now.
Then let me make you an offer. Come work for us, and we will spare Catherine's life.
Don't listen to him, Shamir!
Wow, I get to fight Thunder, Catherine? Guess I'll actually have to try this time.
If seeing this sword doesn't frighten you, then perhaps you need to feel it. Even the two of us isn't enough. I can't take any more of this. Shamir, stand down and find a place to rest. I'll handle this. Run, Catherine. I'm staying. Don't make me drag you out of here, Shamir. Go before I kill you myself. Damn it.
Good. We have a contract. The threat has been quelled, but we allowed them far too much leeway. The situation calls for careful reflection.
Still, you saved my life, which means my path for the future remains intact. Thank you.
Hubert, did you hear? My father has...
Vanished. Yes. We should have killed the dastard when we had the chance. What happened to your solemn vow to not let him stage a comeback? I told you this would happen. I think you knew he would try and scrabble his way out of his predicament. Such is the nature of a noble. Until you finally squash them, that is.
I have no way to refute that point.
I could excoriate you further, but we lack the time. We must get to the bottom of this, and quickly. The Knights of Seros descended on us with the fury I have rarely seen. In all that confusion, even a bear could have slipped away without raising an alarm.
I would not go so far as to call them conspirators, but my father had many old friends in the palace. Some may have turned a blind eye. They should be found and questioned.
I agree. That is one possibility. Though there is another. Yes, well, now that we have a fugitive on our hands, I intend to make full use of it. This situation affords us a chance to remedy another.
If that is the beginning of a scheme, Hubert, you do a terribly poor job of veiling it.
It is no concern of yours. Not yet, at any rate.
Right. Lovely. Well, so long as whatever you're planning has Edelgard's blessing and will be of aid to the Empire, I will brook no complaint.
All will be revealed in time.
I'm told the secret passage they used was sealed off centuries ago.
Yes. The palace floor plans failed to even show it. I'm shocked the church knew of its existence.
In the age of Seros, the Empire and Church were intimately related. It's safe to assume the Central Church took pains to retain its information from the time.
I shudder to think what other inconvenient secrets they might be privy to.
Yes, well, based on the scale of the attack, they must have seen this as their first and only chance. Ah, there you are.
They said you wanted to talk?
Yes. I believe I owe you an apology.
Oh, yeah? What for?
To be blunt, I thought you were with the enemy. I had you pegged for an informant, planted among us by those who slither in the dark. It was not an unreasonable assumption. You enter Her Majesty's life at the perfect time, allure her with your strength, and choose our house to study with. And oh, surprise! You have dark powers. It was all too much to dismiss as mere coincidence.
It was at Hubert's suggestion that I appointed you captain of our mercenary unit. He felt this would allow us to quietly assess your abilities and allegiances, and I agreed. I know I told you I did this because I believed in you and your strength, but the decision was somewhat more nuanced than that. I'm sorry.
The moment I got wind of this attack, I immediately thought of you. This is it, I thought. The traitor has sprung the trap, and now the Emperor's life is in danger. But instead, you thwarted the assassination attempt and kept Her Majesty safe. I was wrong about you. Deeply so. And for that, I am ashamed beyond measure. Pray forgive me.
Don't worry about it. I would have done the same. Honestly, I thought it was weird how quick you both trusted me. Good to finally know the reason behind it all.
That does not excuse our actions. We had no right to deceive you as we did. But I swear, we will make amends. You have but to let us know how.
You can start by trusting me. Or if that's not in the cards, have the decency to tell me you don't to my face. At least then I'll know where I stand.
I doubt doing so would have changed anything. But I understand the sentiment. We will attempt to be better going forward.
Be better? Really?
Hubert, why not just promise to be more forthright?
Because that might make me a liar. Let me speak plain. I no longer believe you to be working with the enemy. However, that does not necessarily mean the possibility is now non-existent.
Well, I guess I did ask for honesty. But look, do you guys trust me or not?
Of course we trust you.
Or I do, at least. So please, let us begin this relationship anew on solid ground.
It is now 1182. The great war Edelgard instigated has swept across Fodlan and looks more grim with each passing day. The Empire struggles to hold Aryan Road to the west and the Great Bridge to the east. The kingdom cannot bring western lands to heal. Even the Alliance must face changing times. The Central Church sends the Knights of Saros to the imperial capital to assassinate the Emperor, but fails. Roughly half a year passes before the tides show any true sign of shifting. Scarlet Blaze. Shifting history. 5 months have passed since the attack on the Emperor, and 1182 nears a close. Though each army schemes, the battle maps barely change. But now, history is about to resume its course.
Today is a momentous day in Fodlan's history that people will mark for generations to come.
Then why do you look so conflicted?
I'm not conflicted, Claude. I'm just painfully aware of how much stronger I need to be. That's why I'm counting on you and the Alliance to make up the difference.
Hey, I've got feeling unprepared down to a science, so let's say we help each other out. If we work together, we can achieve what's best for both of us, right?
Indeed.
I have reviewed the terms, Your Majesty. All that remains is the placement of your seals.
Everything looks good to me. I'm especially glad we found a solution to the control of Murden.
You've done fine work here, Hubert. Thanks. And thanks to you as well, Holst. You know I'm not good at this sort of thing.
I've never known you to shy away from ceremonial affairs like this. But it is the most significant pact since the founding of the Leicester Alliance, so your caution was most prudent. I must admit, I was quite nervous. Thankfully, I managed not to follow it up.
You surely jest. You did your work masterfully, without batting an eye. I am truly impressed that Leicester's most valiant general is so well versed in diplomacy.
Don't be insulting, Hubert. Sir Holst is a duke. A man can be brave in battle and still know how to get things done. Take our Minister of Military Affairs, for example.
A man for whom the term looks can be deceiving was likely invented.
Speaking of Count Burgleys, where is he? I thought he'd be here so we could go head-to-head. We never did get to finish our battle.
I'm afraid the Count couldn't make it, but perhaps you'd consider my bodyguard instead? I'm certain you'll find the challenge to your liking. Is this your first time meeting, by the way?
It is. Well, friend, care to go around with me?
They say this Holst character is the strongest man in Leicester. But is he as strong as the Ashen Demon?
I wouldn't miss it for the world.
Now that's what I like to hear.
I hope you mean later and not this very second. It would be a shame to get blood all over this nice paperwork.
Yes. All eyes are on us. We must make this a grand gesture and show our soldiers that Adrestia and Leicester have joined forces for a brighter future.
Well, let's get to it. As leader of all the lords and knights who sit at the round table of the Leicester Alliance, I, Claude von Regan, hereby swear this pact. Leicester pledges to work in harmony with the Adrestian Empire and do everything in its power to secure a peaceful future for Fodlan.
By the covenant between the red blood and the white sword that crowns the double-headed eagle, I, Edelgard von Hresvelg, hereby swear this pact. Adrestia pledges to work hand in hand with the Leicester Alliance to deliver peace to the land and secure a future for all its people.
The pact is sealed.
And now it is our job to uphold it.
Goodness, look how far you've risen. You're standing on the stage of history. I know you'll do great things. Yes, and greater things still.
Right then. We've got plenty of bright new faces here at the round table today. First, a brand new count ruling Gloucester, and Duke Goneril and Count Ordelia have decided that their heirs will sit for them.
Unfortunately, Lawrence and Lysithea can't join us, due to their responsibilities in the Imperial Army.
I called you here to give you notice. The Leicester Alliance is assenting to the Empire's request and sending troops to the Kingdom front. Houses Regan, Gloucester, and Daphne will be supplying most of the soldiers. And instead of the usual route through Aelel, we'll be invading Fraldarius directly by sea.
You're staying behind, right, Holst?
Indeed I am. Almyra is still an unknown quantity, and we've no idea if or when Prince Shahid might stage another attack. And the same goes for House Ordelia. They've had more than their share of troubles on their border. We agreed that shipping their army away might not be the most prudent of ideas.
And that's all she wrote. You'll find the details in the document you've all been given. I wish the kingdom would see they're between a rock named Adrestia and a hard place named Leicester and throw that white flag high, but of course they won't. So good luck, everyone. I'm counting on you.
And so, the Alliance has agreed to bring their troops to bear and attack the kingdom from the east. At the same time, we will resume our invasion from the west using Aryan Road as a foothold. We'll subjugate the kingdom's lords one by one as we work our way toward Blaidd.
News of the pact will doubtless have spread throughout the kingdom by now. Provided enough houses see the futility in fighting, we may be able to avoid unnecessary bloodshed. However, that is likely wishful thinking. We should instead expect the worst and prepare accordingly.
You think? Some of them already bent the knee to us once, along with Count Rowe. Wouldn't they jump at a chance to swap sides again?
An idea I am certain has already occurred to the king. Lately we have been scrambling to reorganize, dealing with an attack by the Knights of Seros and negotiating a pact with Leicester. And during that time, the winds of purgation have swept across Fargus. In one fell swoop, the king has expunged most of the nobles likely to align with us.
Still, it's us and the Alliance against him, which means we've got the advantage. What's there to worry about?
The concern isn't that we'll lose. It's that winning might come at the cost of too many lives. What an utterly pointless, senseless thing to do. Oh, I find it all so very draining.
Whatever our intent, we're the instigators here. We can't expect the enemy to do anything less than defend their land with tooth and claw.
Speak for yourself. If someone invaded my territory, I'd hand over lands and titles on a silver platter, especially if I had no chance of winning.
There is truly no other noble like you, Linhart. And perhaps no person at all for that matter. Regardless, we must proceed with caution. When people think someone is after what they possess, they respond with fear, even if the thought is all in their head. In the eyes of the people of Fargus, there is no limit to what evils the Empire might visit upon them.
My father started saying he can't sleep because he's scared the old church is coming to Garreg Mach to kill him. From the sound of my mother's letters, he's really shaken up.
Remember that the kingdom has much coldness. We must not forget to be bundling up like people of the snow. Our Petra is always ready for what lies ahead. I wish I had better understanding of your Fodlan ways, so I could be giving more assistance to everyone.
Don't worry about it, Petra. With all the different factions in this thing, even we have a hard time keeping it straight. This almost seems so backward compared to the way things were in Brigid.
In any case, the battles ahead will be more brutal than any we have yet fought. Keep a vigilant eye out for both yourselves and each other. That is all. Dismissed.
Guess things aren't going to be so easy anymore. We're under some real pressure to win.
We've finished laying out where the troops will be positioned, Claude. But, are you sure about this?
Am I sure about what?
This isn't even remotely like a standard attack formation. It's like you're going out of your way to limit casualties.
Not true. The moment the enemy drops their guard, we'll swarm them like a pack of bees.
And if they don't drop their guard?
Then I guess we'll just sit here making angry faces at each other.
Okay, come on. This strategy is not helpful.
Look, just by being here, we're drastically reducing the number of kingdom soldiers the Imperial Army has to deal with, right? Which means we don't have to kick our troops into action until the Empire has marched further north. Once they're positioned to seize Blaidd territory, that's when we'll move.
And if it all goes wrong, the losses could have catastrophic consequences for the future of the Alliance.
I'm not used to you being so worried about the big picture, Hilda. You've grown.
I wasn't going to stay a kid forever, you know.
Apparently not. I'm impressed.
Look, Hilda, I promise you, your fears are misplaced this time. The Empire's already compensated us for any potential losses, and will continue to do so. You don't think I would have signed that fancy pact if they weren't taking care of us, right?
Sure, but are they good for their word? Because I have doubts about that. I want to believe the pact will hold, I really do. But they strike me as folks who won't think twice about sticking an axe between your shoulders if the situation calls for it.
Fortunately, I can be pretty ruthless myself when it suits me. If I don't like something the Empire is doing, it might even be me who ends up breaking the pact.
If that's supposed to make me feel better, it is absolutely not working.
Easy, easy. I'm just throwing out a what-if here. Just promise that you'll always have my back, even when things look their worst, all right? I need you.
Oh, fine. But only because it's you.
A report, Your Majesty. The Imperial Army marches on western Fargus.
Just when we'd brought peace back to the area, too. We should get ready to provide aid at once.
Rodrigue has already been dispatched to Mateus, along with all the soldiers I can currently spare. And I've sent Annette and Gustav to the Baron's side. Though if it's for better or worse is yet to be seen. I don't doubt we'd all ride to the rescue if we could. But that's clearly not possible given the situation.
Agreed. Now that Claude's joined up with the enemy, we can't risk doing anything foolish. If we move our soldiers even a breath away from the northeast, the Alliance will be all over us.
All we can do now is divide our forces to keep the enemy in check and meet their attacks as they come. We never should have let this happen in the first place. But who could have seen the Empire and Alliance forming such a union?
Boar, are you seriously going to just stand by and watch? They'll overrun us if we don't stem the tide.
Though it smacks of desperation, I'm told the Western Front has enlisted the services of Gerald's mercenaries. They're the same band that carried the battle at Magdred Way, so I hope we can make good use of them again.
Is this really the plan? Burn through mercenaries while we hole up here?
Do try not to be so grim. The Empire has pushed rapid reforms on the land over these last few years. Not everyone was happy to have such changes thrust upon them, and that includes their new friends in the Alliance. The Empire is leaning over the kingdom with such greed that they might yet trip over their own feet.
Do you think there will be revolts?
I'm certainly not going to plan my strategy around it, but there have been whispers, yes. The old ways must die. With that I agree. But shove that down the people's throats, and you risk breaking the very land you're trying to rule.
Yes. We've grappled for years with the aftermath of trying to enact reform.
Change is a painful process, but rushed change will set the region to rot from the inside out.
I wonder why they're so intent on doing this the quick and dirty way.
It's difficult to say. Perhaps were things different, we might have found some common ground, some harmonious way forward. But I've lost too many I care about to this war. Ingrid chief among them. When I think about what they fought for, what they died for, there can be no turning back.
The Imperial Army will soon be knocking at our door! Why haven't Duval and Dominic stopped them?
Baron, you'll never reclaim the title of Viscount your lord-uncle lost if you go weak in the knees. Letting yourself be pressured into betraying the kingdom will see you cast out of the aristocracy for the rest of time. And your fickle nature would earn you the derision of both the kingdom and the Empire alike. They'll view you the same way they do Count Rowe.
I care not. I've no interest in going to my grave just because I drew the shortest straw.
Sorry to interrupt, but I figured you'd want to know we finished cleaning up the enemy's advanced troops.
Excellent. You certainly live up to your esteemed reputation, Captain Geralt. I've never met a more reliable band of mercenaries in all my years. It's a shame we only engaged you for the one contract. I don't suppose we could convince you to extend your term of service. His Majesty the King has heard tale of your exploits. I could arrange for an introduction.
Appreciate the offer, but that would mean going to Ferdiad. I've got reasons for avoiding that place, so thanks, but no thanks.
I see. It will be a shame to lose you, but I won't pry.
It's nothing against you or the kingdom, mind you.
Then I'll hold out hope we might fight alongside each other again someday. Now, if you'll excuse me, the Baron and I must inspect the camp. Best of luck to you in battle, Captain.
You feeling any better? I have to say, I'm still not used to this new look of yours.
That makes two of us. But it will bother me less once I'm on the battlefield.
If you say so. With the war and the state it's in, the Empire is throwing everything they've got at this thing. I don't know if it's that or something else, but I've got a bad feeling. So watch yourself out there.
I will. You do the same.
Oh, right. I've been meaning to give you this. Never used to be without it. Cuts like a dream. I want you to have it. Swords like this are given to captains of the Knights of Saros, and mine was just collecting dust in the band's convoy.
That's right. Alois mentioned you used to serve there.
That was a lifetime ago. I don't plan on swinging this sword ever again.
But are you sure you want to give it away? It must be quite special to you.
I'd be happiest seeing you get some use out of it.
Thank you. I'll do that.
Be good to it, all right?